first time when I met Harry in Perth, David Lansky was there, already at his right-hand side, working with him and helping him to develop the entrepreneuring project that Harry Hoffman conceived and started. Since then, and by the way, David was at the cradle of this program and has been with us ever since. Since I met David for the first time, and between then and today, I believe that the leadership quality, his entrepreneurship has greatly improved, and we would like to believe that the reason for that is that he himself is a graduate of a similar leadership development program in Western Australia, a program that was conceived and for years directed by Dr. Wally Cox, who is here supported by Harry Hoffman, and in the recent years adapted to the local conditions, to a university framework, and brought over to Jerusalem. So it's my pleasure now to invite David to the podium.
Thank you, Hanouk. To Mrs. Sylvia Hoffman and Mr. Harry Hoffman, OAM, the programme's benefactors, Professor Goodfriend, President of Hebrew University, Professor Ben Sasson, Professor Oliver and her program staff, Professor Deschalit, Dr. Wally Cox, Director of the Ardros Group, new graduates of the Hoffman Leadership and Responsibility Program, doctoral students and program participants, friends and family, ladies and gentlemen. As one of the only non-doctors or professors in this room, I feel eminently unqualified to address you here on campus at the Hebrew University. I'm not quite sure why I've been asked to, but I will say some words on behalf of Harry and Sylvia. I have been blessed once again this morning to hear from the program participants about their personal journeys, their life balance, juggling babies, spouses, doctoral studies, thesis writing, volunteer work, and with the odd game of black eye causing rugby thrown in for good measure. I come from the corporate world, and in our organisation and amongst the corporate world of today, there exists a heightened awareness and desire to be seen as running businesses based on the concept of sustainability, reporting their results in terms of the triple or even the quadruple bottom line. As an ex-accountant, I love to measure and value things in dollars. The environment, economic benefit, social impact, and perhaps even, as we heard today, cultural creativity are the pillars upon which this concept is built. Measuring the triple or quadruple bottom line in dollars, rather than by expressing it in words, continues to challenge the accounting profession, but one that has been taken up nevertheless. Economic impact is measured in dollars. That's what economists are for. And perhaps now the environment can be through the introduction of carbon taxes and emission trading schemes around the world, can also be measured in dollars in some way, because we put a price on carbon and its use. In my experience, one of the more difficult areas to measure performance is on the social impact side. Maybe that's where leadership has a major role. From today's discussions with the students, there is evidence of a high degree of social justice ethos amongst the cohort. The desire to do the right thing and reduce discrimination against minorities and the disadvantaged has been demonstrated in so many projects and case studies. But how does one readily measure this impact? And indeed, how do we value the impact of the Hoffman Leadership and Responsibility Program? What measurable difference does throwing a highly diverse group of talented intellectuals together, Professor Goodfriend's community or society of scholars, to discuss leadership and responsibility on such things as the creation of culture, transitioning from survivorship to having a reason to survive, philosophy, thinking, creativity, entrepreneurship, work-life balance, and sustainability. Is creativity enhanced by this program? Does bringing a group of the academically best scholars together actually result in better or more creative ideas? And if so, is this achieved in a strategic way, or does it happen organically? A proper independent academic review of this Hoffman Leadership Program will be conducted in the next calendar year, where some of these questions will be addressed and considered. This is the responsible thing to do, to ensure that the program is achieving its original goals and consider any ways in which the program may be enhanced or improved. You were chosen as worthy participants not only because of your academic status, but because of your attitude to responsibility. Your extended work as volunteers in a multitude of programs. But what about your ongoing responsibility once you receive your doctorate and you graduate from this program? In my view, education can be the great leveller in this world if used responsibly. You all have a responsibility as leaders in your chosen fields to pass on your learnings and knowledge to others in your expanded role as teachers. And in doing this, you will need to have a strong network of like-minded individuals such as your group here to bounce ideas off, seek guidance, share ideas, and to help guide. How you choose to band together and conduct yourselves after leaving this program will help determine the value of this program and the brand that it creates. And that will assist in determining the success or otherwise of it. Networking, as the President referred to, is probably the biggest thing today in this connected global economy. And those networks should be utilised responsibly. What we ask when you leave here is that you assist us in the review of this program by giving your feedback on how the program may be improved when requested, and we ask that you undertake this as your ongoing responsibility. On behalf of Sylvia and Harry Hoffman, I congratulate the graduating group for starting and finishing this program. And this is something that Harry believes very much in, starting and finishing things. And I look forward to reading and hearing about your ongoing achievements, both individually and collectively. Thank you.